Yes, minute approval from the regular meeting of December 16th.
I've gone through them, I saw nothing. If no one else has anything, I'll make a motion to accept.
I will second.
Gene,
Yes.
EJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay, Mike Fenstermaker, Highway Superintendent, what is your report for the day?
Well, the Auburn Township Road Report for this first 6th day of January here. It's been a busy winter. It came in pretty quick. We've had roughly 14 weather events. We have put out 33 rounds of plowing and salting so far this year. The de-icing material total is about 866 tons that we've used this year already, leaving approximately 850 left in the dome right now. A lot of the events were pretty minor, you know, so they require a couple of rounds, but we did have a few that were pretty heavy snows that required several rounds to get those cleaned up. The month of November, we used 50 ton of salt in November. The last 18-year average is about 90 tons, so we were a little under average. December, we used 523 ton approximately. Average for the last 18 years is about 302 tons, so we were quite a bit over the average. And the rest of that 866 we used this January. We did get a chance in between snows to we cut out all the topsoil in the southwest corner of our building where the new fuel tanks are going to go. That was all cut out, and we filled that in with asphalt grindings and got that all ready for the new tanks. The new tanks are in, and we're just waiting for the concrete barriers. They're supposed to be delivered tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and we'll get those put in.
And the electrical call.
Yep, we're waiting for an electrician, and he's scheduled, just waiting on him.
Okay.
We did have, December 29th, we had some high winds. We had several trees down on the township. One was on Barth near Auburn Road. One was on Snow Road near the Newberry line. And then there was one on Taylor May near Quinn that we cleaned up that night. That's the majority, you know, of what's been going on the last month.
Okay.
Trucks are all running well, everything's.
Chief just asked me that, and we were doing good till tonight. I got all the guys out right now, and I was out, and I lost something's not charging right in my truck. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to call somebody to look at it. I had a problem. It was a couple of years ago, and I put an alternator in it, but that wasn't the problem. And they found a bad wire after about 3 trips to the mechanic. Some bad wires, so I gotta get that addressed tomorrow. See what's going on with that.
They come out for that, or get somebody out, or?
I'm gonna try, yeah, try to get somebody to come out, take a look at it.
Do we have a new truck coming in January?
We don't have anything ordered right now. We're gonna place an order for chassis here. Soon as, what happens with the chassis is we kind of set all the specs on what we want, and the salesman sends that to the engineering, and they engineer it up to make sure they can build one to the specs we want. And they say okay, and then we get a price. We're waiting on the price right now. So as soon as that price of that chassis comes in, I'll let PJ know, let you guys know, and see if we can get that rolling.
Are those, supply chain bottlenecks still going on?
We're looking at over a year just to get it totally done. You know, so it's just because we ordered the chassis, it's not going to be. It'll take a while for the chassis, and then to get the outfit, takes quite a while.
Yeah, we were mid-COVID with that last one, so nothing
That
happened
took
there.
several. You know, my truck, when we ordered mine, it was a 10-month process. We ordered the truck, we had it delivered within 10 months, all outfitted and everything.
That's right.
That doesn't happen anymore. That's all I have for today.
Any questions for Mike? Okay. Mr. McCune.
Well, as Diane has already stated, myself and trustee Kavanaugh attended the revisions meeting with Dan, and hopefully that's behind us now and we can move on, and so I'm glad we went. And the other thing, I can't remember if I said I was going to attend the DARE thing for the 5th grade class at Kenston, but I did. I don't know if I had mentioned that, but I did attend that. It's always great to see all the little 5th graders going through that class. I've been doing that for a long time now, so I enjoy it. Other than that, that's all I have.
PJ?
Not a whole lot, Gene already mentioned the board revisions meeting. I guess the one thing that came up this afternoon is we got a leaky hot water tank across the street over here, and our regular plumber is kind of editing his clients list a little bit, so he made a reference for another one. It sounds like he's gonna be out tomorrow. Caught in time, no damage, but it's definitely a hole in the tank. I have no idea how old that tank is. I think it's ancient. So that's about it.
Okay. Hey, Dan, what do you got?
The only thing I got to add about the BOR meeting was, and I think I sent you all a copy of the letter that they're gonna send out to all the residents.
Yes.
Anybody have any issues with it? or-
Well, I think that sums it up. The important thing was that they know they need to call the county, not us.
Now, the county, they reiterated that a couple
Right.
times, that they were gonna answer all questions,
Yeah.
so.
Okay, and since our last meeting, I issued 12 electronic payments and 16 warrants, $39,111.58 of electronic payments and $10,424.58 warrants, totaling $49,536.16. As of December 31st, we have $473,520.24 in our primary Middlefield bank account, and $2,182,522.21 in our Star Ohio investment account. Total $2,656,042.45. And December is reconciled, and I'm working on the year-end, final year-end report. And that's all I got.
Okay. Question for Dan?
Thank you, sir.
Nothing under old business? Okay, under new business, we have the MOPEC Community Grant Award of $1,500. And what we've been doing with that grant is spreading it up between the Boy Scouts, a couple sections of the 4-H, and the Girl Scouts, $375 each.
Right.
So, if everybody agrees, I'll make a motion to distribute that $375 each out of $1,500 to the Boy Scouts, $2 to Giggles and Stitches 4-H, to the Granny's Kids 4-H, and then the Northeast Ohio Girl Scouts.
I'll second.
Gene?
Yes.
TJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Okay. Kenston Girl Scouts request to use Adam Hall at a discounted rate for the father-daughter dance in April. We're looking, what I would recommend in this case, sometimes we'll give the scouts, let them use it for, and let them do the cleanup. In this thing, they're gonna have over 100 people, and I doubt that they would really handle the cleanup. So we'll give it to them for the standard cleanup rate and plus then the hall rep.
Absolutely.
Sounds fair.
So that's my motion.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
EJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay, and last but not least, Division of Liquor Control is requesting a hearing for the original Sandwich King. Again, we haven't had any,
They haven't had liquor before.
No?
well, I think this is probably part of the addition. There's that brewery thing that's next to them,
Yeah.
so.
Is that theirs? It's
Is
under
it?
another name, another owner.
It's not the same people.
What's that?
Not the same people.
It's not the same people. So why is the Sandwich King applying for a liquor license for themselves?
Weird.
So, I mean, I don't know, how does that work? How many liquor licenses do they approve in a certain area?
Well, you know, that's interesting, because that used to be, gosh, really documented and discussed, and there was all kinds of paperwork back and forth with the township, and some of those even went to the ballot.
I'm just wondering, are they
Lately-
just looking to sell beer or wine?
Lately, that's not
Because-
the way it works. It's,
Did they bring one over from Bainbridge because they closed one out over there?
yeah,
And they
right,
put that
but
over
what
here.
I'm saying is, if you remember, Chief, you remember this, Chief, when you were around, when Angie's Pizza moved over from Bainbridge?
Right.
There was all kinds of paper trail around that.
Yeah, that's changed.
It just doesn't happen like that anymore.
I'm looking at that and I'm just,
To the Royal Sandwich King.
LLC,
from Suglia Properties,
yeah.
DBA, Sandwich King, so it's staying the same, they must have had one?
God, I
They're
go in
just
there every
changing the
day.
name
I've
of
never
it.
seen
I don't know.
beer sales.
Honestly, don't
That's
know.
it. So it was this properties was doing business as the original Sandwich King, and now it's just Royal Sandwich King LLC, so it's like they're basically, it's almost like a name change.
I wonder if by some chance they're taking over that bar next door.
Same address, Unit B.
Well, I mean, they're right next to each other, they're right there. You know, I'll go over there and ask her, I see her almost every day, I'll ask her.
Yeah, well, like I said, the issue is,
Do we want a hearing?
do we wanna?
Well, do you want a hearing for someone who's brand new that's never had a liquor license, or I'm not sure how that works. Because we can't, like, we always say, well, we've not, like for the patio, we've not had any problems, so we're good, but how does that go when somebody's just asking it for the first time?
Well, I mean, we
I know
can,
you can't be a felon to get a liquor license.
Yeah, we'll generally call the sheriff's department and see if there's been any issues.
I
with
can't imagine there
alcohol.
is.
I don't imagine there is either.
And I'm assuming they must just be asking for a beer or wine takeout, because they're not a restaurant.
it's showing D1, D2, and D3 permits.
Interesting.
You got till January 30th,
Okay.
so if you wanna have Nancy look into it.
Yeah, let's just get some additional information, I mean,
So now-
I definitely don't wanna call for a hearing.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I don't feel,
Not if
I
they're
don't
saying-
think we need a road trip down to Columbus or
No,
whatever.
I don't either.
Okay, so we'll put this on, put it on for old business next week, and, just
I'll talk to them too. Like I said, I see her every week.
Well, if you wanna go talk, find out about it, and then we can,
Yeah.
move it up, okay.
Something else I want to get to before we get to the organization. Dan, we've had that employee on executive administrative leave. And he was there because we had paid for some benefits already through the month of December. Are we in a position now where the decks are cleared?
Yeah, and whatever you decide tonight, it'll be effective tonight, and they'll credit whatever.
Okay, having, met the criteria of our personal policy manual, we've determined that the employee is no longer able to do their job, so I'm going to leave James Vanoy's duties tonight. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
motion carried.
We'll get word to him as soon as possible.
Okay. Any public comment before we jump into the organizational meeting? Hold on to your hats, kids, this is the fun part. Okay,
Now Nancy tells me that, I wasn't here for the last one. You do these in groups as far as who's making a motion and who's seconding, or? Like you read 10 and Gene reads 10 or something?
Kinda.
Usually we take a couple pages and, you know,
Just trying to get an idea of
okay, how about this? I'll do page 1. And who's gonna second all my things?
I will.
Okay, well, there you go. So it's page 1, now you got your, who made the motion and who seconded. That'll save you some writing. Hey, wait a
Wait,
minute.
whoa, no, wait a minute.
You know, the rats are always the first one to leave a
Oh,
signature.
man. Check her paper off, that's it.
Wait, you get boring stuff in the newspapers we do. Okay. All right. First item is chairperson. I would make a motion to nominate Gene McCune as chairman for 2025. You have to second that now, Gene, because you already said it.
I'm seconding.
See how we loaded that?
Yeah.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. And I will make a motion to nominate TJ Kavanaugh as vice chairperson.
I'll second that.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. Okay, trustee meeting dates and times. Okay, now here we're actually going to pass probably the only discussion for the night. I had some talks with some disgruntled employees who want to actually get some sleep, and was wondering if we would consider changing the time of the trustee meetings. Now, I personally have no ties to the 7:30 thing. As a matter of fact, I'm done working at 2:30, I can be here at 3 o'clock, so the time is, inconsequential to me. So, questions to think?
I heard that the,
1900, that's when you start all the other township meetings.
I heard 7 o'clock is something that everybody wants to talk about.
7:30 is an outlier around the whole county. Everybody seems to start around 7.
Yeah.
I have no
So
problem
I
with
can't,
7.
now, of course, I'll be grumbling loud in May and June and July probably about that, but.
If we start the meeting at 3 o'clock, though, you could be out by 4, and you could be out plowing the fields by
That's been
4:10.
done, I've actually done that.
No. It's gotta be a time all the residents can make it. We had trustees one time that tried to do that.
They did morning meetings, yes.
Okay,
7 o'clock?
7 o'clock work for
Anybody
everybody?
have a problem with 7 o'clock?
Is there any hardship at, moving 7:30 to 7 o'clock for anybody in this room? You
But
good?
effective which meeting?
Next meeting,
Next week?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, on that note,
I'll second it.
wait a minute. First and third, still?
Yeah.
First and third
Yeah.
Mondays, 7.
7 o'clock.
Wanna make sure.
well, first and third, second and fourth on odd months. Everybody? Yes, it'll be the first and third, time is going, it should be. Okay, so.
That's gotta be in your motion.
Well, I haven't made the motion. I haven't even made the motion yet, and he's already seconded.
I'm all time second on this whole page.
Okay, Gene, when I go like this, it means second. Got it? Okay.
What if I just put a?
All right, our trustee meeting dates will be 7 o'clock on the first and third Monday of each month on January through December.
I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. Okay, meeting protocol. In accordance with the trustees' request that anyone who wants to be on the agenda give any of the trustees, the fiscal officer, or the office administrator 1 week advance notice. Reporters are asked to hold their questions to the end of the meeting.
She already
She won't
left.
know that because she left. That is a motion.
Second,
Gene,
yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yep. They can make a motion that in accordance with videotaping public meetings in Auburn Township is permitted, provided the videotaping does not interfere, obstruct, or otherwise disturb the proceedings. Video equipment must be set up in a designated area and done in an unobtrusive manner. No artificial photographic lighting shall be permitted. The equipment used must be operated silently.
Second,
Gene,
yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay, motion that in accordance with Senate Bill 74, Sunshine Law, a fee of.
Right now, the fee is 52.
Okay, then we'll stick with that. Fee of $52 be paid in advance annually, plus a self-addressed stamped envelope by any person requesting advance notification of meetings. This resolution does not apply to news media.
I'll second,
Gene,
yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay, media of choice. The media of choice will be www.auburntownship.com and the Maple Leaf Primary and the News Herald as needed.
I'll second,
Gene,
yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. I would like to appoint Frank Kitko as zoning inspector.
I'll second,
Gene,
yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay, we'd like to compensate the zoning inspector at a rate of $2,777 per month.
Say that again?
$2,777, that's a 2.5% increase over the previous pay of $2,709 per month.
I'll second,
Gene,
yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
So John?
Okay, that is page 1. Mr. McHugh, would you
Okay.
like to take page 2?
Page 2, Fire Prevention Officer. Currently John Phillips. The motion is to reappoint John Phillips as Auburn Township Fire Chief.
I will
Who's
second.
seconding this page?
Me.
I'll do the second. Oh, no, let TJ do the second.
Okay,
Second.
Gene,
yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Compensation for the Fire Prevention Officer. Its current salary is $67,307 with the 2.5% COLA. Where are we?
If we round it up,
We
it's
rounded up.
68,990.
There you go, 68,990. That's the motion.
That would be seconded by me.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Fire Department Mutual Aid, to accept all mutual aid agreements negotiated by the Auburn Volunteer Fire Department Corporation as binding. That's the motion.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Cemetery Sexton, to reappoint Michael Ludwig as Cemetery Sexton for 2024. That's the
And
motion.
2025.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay. Sexton compensation, currently it's $433, with the COLA it would be $444, to compensate the cemetery sexton at a rate of $444 per month for services rendered. That's the motion.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Compensation for trustees, that the payment method shall be salary method for the year and paid solely from the general fund. That's the motion.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
KCE Board Representation. Currently, David Parker is our representative. Do we know, does he want to continue?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He does, so I'll make the motion to appoint David Parker to a 3-year term on the Kenston Community Education Board, which begins on 1/1/25 and expires on 12/31/27.
I'll second that.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
The KCE Board, to confirm previously appointed representative to serve a 3-year term on the Kinston Community Education KCE Board. And we have David Parker, whose term would expire on 12/31/27. Robert Ford, whose term expires on 12/31/26. And Justin Yates, whose term would expire on 12/31/25. There's the motion.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay, zoning commission members. Okay, Dennis Bergansky should be appointed to a 5-year term on the zoning commission to begin on 1/1/25 and expire on 12/31/2029. Dennis is interested in serving another 5-year term. If we're interested, there's the motion.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
And that is the end of page 2, TJ, you're on. Page
We
3.
don't have that salary scale.
Oh, no, you have your own.
I'll do the seconding, Gene, so you can take a break.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're on to page 3, where we have an expired term for it. Zoning Commission alternate 1, Greg Lackey has been filling that position and indicated interest to continue, so I'll make that motion.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Commission alternate number 2, Angela Doherty, she's held that position and would be interested in serving again. I'll make the motion.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay, so this is to confirm members and the terms as they expire. So that would be Dennis Bergansky, his term will expire 12/31/29. Ted Van Heining, that term will expire 12/31/28. Chad Canfield, term expiring 12/31/27. Scott Brockman, term expires 12/31/26, and Jeff Pulsford, term expires 12/31/25. And then alternate members will be Greg Lackey, term expiring 12/31/25, and Angela Doherty, term expiring 12/31/25. There's a motion.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Compensation for commission members, we're currently at $60 per meeting. I think we've adjusted that up recently. I would feel good with continuing with that $60 per meeting, so there's a motion.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Commission secretary, we set the compensation, they hire the position, person that holds the position. Currently, that's at $28.05 per month.
Hour?
Oh, yeah, that's right, per hour.
It's a long time.
So 2876.
Yeah, help me out, Mike.
75.
2876 for.
Five,
Huh?
2875.
I round up, fine, okay, for 2875.
Okay, I'll make the motion for that salary to move to $28.75 per hour.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Board of Zoning Appeals members, term expiring as of now is being held by Brian Stewart. Brian would like to continue. I would like to see him continue, so I'll make a motion to appoint him to a 5-year term.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Alternates again on our Board of Zoning Appeals, those are the annual terms. Mike Varley has been serving in the alternate position, alternate 1, and I'll make a motion that he continues there.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
And Board of Zoning Appeals alternate 2 is currently, the expired term was Ben Timmons, he would like to continue on, and I would make a motion for him to do that.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
We have had, I just want to add to that, that in the past, we've had attendance problems with our commission and boards, but that has not been the case for the last couple of years, so we're in good place with that.
Okay, I'll second the second page.
Okay. Say that again?
Gene will be the guy.
I'll be the guy who
that's gonna
seconds this page, Mike. Gregory.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so recap of the zoning board of appeals, we have Brian Stewart, term expiring on 12/31/29, Louis Tomsick, term expires 12/31/28, Doug Hogan, term expires 12/31/27, Bob Ford, term expires 12/31/26, David Parker, term expires 12/31/25, alternate Mike Varley, term expires 12/31/25, or 25, and then Ben Timmons, term expiring 12/31/25.
I think those are 24, I think. Terms expiring
24 is over,
24 is over,
Yeah, okay,
so,
yeah.
the new numbers.
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
see.
all right. I'm
I
okay.
gotta get your brain working fast, you gotta make all these changes.
Second,
There you go, good man.
Gene,
Gotta watch this 4
Yes.
and 5.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay, compensation for Board of Zoning Appeals members, keep that at the $60 per meeting.
second,
Gene,
yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Board of Zoning Appeals Secretary, hourly compensation for that position, recommending $28.75.
Second,
Gene,
yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay. To appoint Mike Fenstermaker as the Township Highway Superintendent.
Second,
Gene,
yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay. Mike Fenstermaker's current rate of pay is $33.27 per hour. I'd like to make a 2.5% cost of living adjustment and raise to a total of $34.10.
10 cents.
You gonna finish reading that? Because I see there's some changes. Per hour effective as the second pay in January instead of the first.
Okay.
Did you get that, Dave?
Yeah. As of the second pay in January,
Right.
because the first pay already, that ship already sailed.
Right. Second,
Gene,
yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Michael Ludwig, motion to increase his hourly rate to $29.42. Okay, got that right. Effective as the second pay in January 2025.
I'll second,
Gene,
yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay, Mike Sturm, I'd like to increase his current hourly rate of $28.70 per hour by 2.5% cost of living, and then take it to $29.42 per hour, effective as the second pay in January 2025.
Second,
Gene,
yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay. Peter Orvex, current pay is $24 per hour, on 1/5. We had agreed to increase him to $25 per hour. So I'd like to go with a 2.5% cost of living adjustment on that.
So,
Wait a
the
minute.
total would be,
So it's 25.60.
I didn't know what your guys were gonna do with him, so I didn't.
Okay, so
So you're
25.60.
you're increasing it $1 and then
we're
2.5.
increasing $1 and then adding 2.5% on top of that.
yeah. Yeah.
That's for, Orvitz. So you're going 25 plus the 2.5%.
Right.
Okay.
Be 25.63.
That's what I had.
You gonna second that, Gene?
Yeah, I thought I did already, so.
Okay, 2563 per hour, effective as of for second pay in January 2025.
Second,
Second,
Gene,
yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay. Nathan Munn, his current pay is 22 per hour. With the 2.5%, it looks like 22.55 per hour. And that'll be effective with the second pay in January.
Yeah, I just want to add that we might want to address this once his probationary period's up too. It's kind of traditional with what we do here.
Right.
So, and the other thing is, as we discussed at the previous meeting, I think it was the last one, that we're working on a procedure to get him CDL ready or certified. Yeah,
Peter's probation's up today, right?
I believe so, yes.
So we have one more month for Nathan.
Yeah.
You wanna wait on him till he's out of probation?
Yeah, just to keep it,
That's what do you mean? Keep it at 22 for now?
keep it at 22, well, 22 plus the,
2.5?
Mike wants, yeah, let's do the 2.5%.
We'll do the 2.5%,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
fine.
okay with that.
and then
Okay.
we'll readdress any any adjustments, because there's gonna be, we're gonna be working with him, potentially helping get the CDL. We haven't kind of worked out the details on that yet. Let's see what the cost of that'll be, and so we'll address that in 30 days.
Okay, so the motion was 22.
55.
55.
I'll second this, so,
Okay.
give that to me.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Administrative assistants, Nancy. Her current salary is $61,698. With the COLA, it would go to $63,240.45. That breaks down to $2,432.35 per pay period.
I will second.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Assistant Zoning Inspector Jane Hardy. Her current pay is $27,818.
Okay, stop you right there.
Okay,
Double check her current rate.
Jane's current rate's 2805.
It's 2805. That was just carried over from the previous year. So you're starting at 2805 for your base.
all right, 2805, so what's the 2.5%?
That'll take you to the
2875.
2875.
All right, so the current pay would go to 2875 per increase for the second pay in January.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay. Part-time assistant fiscal officer Lorraine. Current pay is $25.80 per hour. That would change to $28.70 per hour, and that would be effective as of the second pay in January of 2025.
That sounds like more than 2.5%.
70 cents?
2580 to.
$28 to 28.70. That 25.80.
25.80 to 28.
The 25.80's
That
not
was
correct.
the cleric error, that should have been
Okay, that's
$28.
another-
The current base pay is
Okay.
28.
All right, now I get it.
All right, so it's 28.75,
Okay.
28.70.
70, okay.
I will second that then.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay, overtime policy. That all road department overtime for 2025 will be approved by the road liaison, and administrative and zoning departments overtime will be approved by a trustee.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Health insurance opt-out, which is currently $500 per month, that all employees have the option to opt out of their health insurance coverage at the time of policy renewal each year, and as an incentive will receive a monthly stipend of $500 a month.
Okay, I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Cell phone policy. that the township give a stipend of, right now it's $50 per month to Auburn Township designated employees that request to have a cell phone.
Required.
Required, I'm sorry.
Dan, that's still adequate?
Pardon me?
That $50 is still adequate? We haven't had any change in the bills?
Well, we don't pay, it's just a stipend
It's
that they use to, for, towards their own
Yeah.
personal cell
All
phone.
right. We don't
Yes.
mind having gone up at all, so. I'll second the $50.
Gene,
Yes.
DJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
You're on, PJ.
Okay, cell phone recipients, and these are the ones we were required to carry the cell phones. Here's the list. It's gonna be Mike Fenstermaker, Mark Sturm, Michael Ludwig, Nathan Munn, Pete Orovitz, Chief John Phillips, Frank Kitco, Jane Hardy, and Nancy Dolezal.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
DJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
2025 holidays. Are those accurate? No, they are not.
What's not accurate?
Well, Monday, January 1st was not a Monday.
New Year's Day wasn't January 9th?
It was on a Monday.
You want me to get a calendar?
Yeah, we got calendars.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Got a couple.
It was a Wednesday.
Yeah. All right. Need my big mouth.
We have to check all these
I
now?
know. So,
Just read the-
here's the
just
paid
read the
holidays.
holiday.
New Year's Day, January 1. Martin Luther King Day, which is January 20.
And there's a Monday.
President's Day, that's the 17th of February, that's a Monday. Memorial Day is Monday, May 26th, that sounds about right. Juneteenth, which, I don't know, that's probably on June 19th. And Independence Day, I'm pretty sure will be July 4th. Labor Day. That's Monday the 1st, September. Columbus Day, Monday, October 13th. Veterans Day observed Tuesday, November 11th. Thanksgiving Day is Thursday, November 27th. Christmas, Thursday, December 25th. Okay, we designate Martin Luther King Day, President's Day, and Columbus Day as optional holidays and may be worked in exchange for taking off the day after Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and/or New Year's Eve. That's the motion.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
DJ.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Zoning amendment application fee is currently $800. It's been that way for many years. It doesn't get used very often, so I think I'm gonna make a motion to continue.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
DJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Zoning Board of Appeals meeting hearing fee, current cost is $545 plus $180 if there's multiple requests.
Per request.
Yeah.
Second.
If there are, multiple requests from the same applicant, additional $180 per request will be assessed, so yeah, there's a motion.
Second?
Gene,
Yes.
Yes.
DJ, Mike.
Yes.
Town hall rental rate, currently $100 per resident, $200 non-resident fee for the first 4 hours, and an additional $20 per hour thereafter.
Run all of them. And read the,
Yeah, any discussion over those rates?
no, rates are,
Okay. Let's see. Trustees may waive the fee for school, religious, church functions, homeowners associations, YMCA, YWCA, senior citizens, etc. The fee for 2025 will be waived for the following organizations: Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts, and Auburn 4-H clubs. Motion.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
That can pass.
Adam Hall's rental rate, right now we're at $85 an hour for Auburn residents, $120 for out-of-township residents, $175 cleaning fee, and a damage deposit of $300. Hourly security guard fee set by the Jogga County Sheriff's Office for events that serve alcohol. Rental fees may be changed by the Board of Trustees on a case-by-case basis for schools, civic groups, religious or church functions, homeowners associations, senior citizens, etc. Any discussion on those rates?
No.
Okay, then there's the
Second.
motion.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay. Adam Hall funeral luncheon / gathering rate, establish a flat fee, penalty of $250 for Auburn residents and $350 for out-of-town residents for after funeral luncheons and gatherings held Monday through Friday between 8 and 4 p.m. An additional hourly security guard fee set by the Jogga County Sheriff's Office will be required if serving alcohol.
I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Cost for opening graves. Opening graves for new interments on weekdays up to 2:30 p.m. will be $340 and will be $495 after 2:30 p.m. weekdays and Saturdays. The cemetery must be vacated by 12 noon on Saturday, or an additional hourly fee of $145 will be assessed. There will be no burials on Sunday or any township legal holidays. Interment of ashes or small infants on weekdays up to 2:30 will be $250 and $350 after 2:30 p.m. weekdays and Saturdays, or if a vault is used. If a vault is used, $250 on weekdays and $350 after 2:30 p.m. on Saturdays.
I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ.
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Motion that the price of a grave for non-residents is $600 and $100 for an infant. The price of grave for residents is $100 per grave, or currently, or $400 per lot of 4 graves at Shady Side Cemetery. There are no lots available at Maple Shade Cemetery.
Do you think $100 is pretty cheap to buy a grave for a resident? Could you buy a grave for $100 anywhere as a resident?
My thought was, I thought we addressed this and raised
I
this.
think we address it all the time, because I always think that's so cheap.
I think that doesn't sound correct to me. I think we addressed this a couple of years when you came on.
Yeah.
I don't think that's accurate, what
Well,
we're basing this on.
Well, it's accurate, this is what it's been on there.
I don't know, I think we changed this several years ago.
We discuss it, then,
I think we discussed it, but I think I got voted down on it. I don't know, that just seems like $100 for a grave seems awfully cheap.
Wait till after I buy mine.
Well,
Too late, I already got mine, so.
I'm not randomly gonna pick a number out and say that sounds right, because I'm just not gonna do that, but,
I think Bainbridge charges about $750.
For residents? So we're Auburn.
It's true.
where do you think everybody keeps moving out here? Cheap graves. Even if you're not out of town, they're cheap.
If you can spend $1 million for a house, you can spend $300 for a grave.
Or you got no money left over, and it's all matter how you look at it.
Okay.
I mean, if you're looking anywhere around us from $473 to
Well, we got the troops out here researching
I like
grave
that.
prices.
Well, I'm sorry, yeah, I just,
Yeah, this would show up in organizational minutes from last year.
Well, that's what we're working off of.
Well, we're working off of this form, but Gene, I thought we addressed this when you brought it up.
I know I
thought
brought
we
it
did.
up, but
thought we
I don't
did.
know if we changed it.
Yeah. I'm not clear on it, if we address this or not.
What's the average prices you're looking at?
473 to, I mean, they could go up to 15,000. I just took my in-laws in Chesterland a couple of years ago, and we paid 23,000 for their service, but.
You paid four something just for the lot?
Huh?
You paid 400 and something for the lot?
This website, what the research that I'm doing, it says $473 to, I mean, now I'm looking at Sugar and Falls. But I know we're not Sugar and Falls, but I think $100, I guess my point here, without giving you exact totals, $100 is quite reasonable.
That's what I paid for mine a couple years ago.
$100, yeah, because that's what our price has been.
Right.
Maybe we didn't address it, I know it came up.
I'd say $250 minimum.
I don't think that's a crazy price,
I don't either.
no. I think that's still pretty fair looking at these prices.
Is that your motion? You're making the motion, man, make a motion.
I'll make a motion that
No,
for
you're making-
residents,
you're
it
making the
currently
motion.
should be.
Oh,
you're
he
making
took
the
over
motion,
my-
but I'll make it $250.
I'll second.
Well, now would that make a course of,
600's still good for
four?
Well, for
For
four,
non-residents.
you'd have to go 250
Four would be
times.
1,000 then.
Yeah,
Well, see, that's always been, to me, that is the stupidest thing we ever have in here.
what's that, for four?
Well, yeah,
A lot of people buy four because they don't want anybody on either side of them.
no, that's not the point.
Oh, what's the point?
The point is, it's said on here for the last 20 years, if you buy one grave, it's $100. If you buy 4 graves, it's $400.
Yeah.
What's the point? We know that. If you buy one, they're $100 a piece, that's $400.
Maybe they just
Now, if you're gonna
because they
say,
have a lot of people.
$3.95, you're gonna save $5 by buying 4.
Right, no, I think it's probably in there because a lot of people do buy four.
We could do like Giant Eagle and have weekly specials too.
Yeah,
You wanna just scratch that last line out of there?
yeah, well, since I'm making a motion, then.
Go ahead.
No, I thought Gene was making it.
Yeah, I told you this is my page, right? Okay. You gotta put
Go
a-
ahead.
Okay, so here's my motion. All right? Now again, we're going back here, before I make the motion. $600 per grave
For non-resident.
for a non-resident,
I'm fine with that.
you okay with that?
Yeah.
And $100 for an infant,
I'm good for that.
okay? And, okay, so we will then have for residents, $250 per grave.
Period,
Huh?
period.
Well, how can we address the infant one in, so if you live out of state, your infant gets $100 and we're charging $250 because they live in the township?
No, I'm saying, period, you scratch out the or, this per lot of 4 graves.
Yeah, that's definitely gone. I'm not putting that in there.
Well, then you're not.
Well, maybe it should be
Yeah,
$100
we're addressing
for
this
infant either way.
I know, you did that. Currently $100 for an infant, price figure grave for resident is $250 per grave, done,
Okay,
right?
sure,
And there are no lots available at Maple Shade Cemetery.
okay. That's our motion,
250,
$250.
But it's still $100 for infant.
yes,
Right.
Yeah,
I'll second.
Gee,
Yes.
gee,
yes.
no.
yes. That was a tough one.
That
You
wasn't
know
tough,
that Bainbridge is at 800?
I know Bainbridge was high. They raised theirs about, the first year I came on the board, they raised theirs. I thought it was like $750, but yeah.
800 and former
Yeah.
resident is 1,600.
Okay, cost of footers. All footers will be charged at a rate of $200 for the first 2 square feet and $50 for each additional and/or partial square foot.
I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. I'd like to motion to appoint PJ Kavanaugh as the road suit department liaison.
I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. And I'd like to make motion to appoint Gene McCune as the properties liaison.
I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. And since the last liaison as well as the last trustee available are the fire department and me, I would like to appoint me as the fire department liaison.
I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay, page 8 of 10. Firefighters Dependent Fund Board Representative. It's currently Kavanaugh and McCune as representatives for the Auburn Township trustees to the Firefighters Dependent Fund Board, legislative authority for a one-year term. Do we alternate those, or does that change with?
Hopefully we never use it, although Chief, you pointed out today when I was up here that we're supposed to have one committee meeting a
Right.
year.
Is that right, Mr. Blazer?
I talked to Nancy this morning, she's got us penciled in for it at your next trustee meeting. We can have that meeting and it'll be elected. We have two people appointed by the fire company, and we have to elect a fifth non-involved person from the.
Resident.
So we went,
So we'll do that on the 20th?
Yes.
That's our regular, we're here next week for zoning, but. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
wanna
20th
miss
is fine, I have to have it
Yeah.
done by the
so
31st.
Chairman wasn't on that board last time, so it will probably be you and
Well,
you
it
and
doesn't
BJ.
really,
Doesn't matter.
We keep
Really
three
doesn't
people
matter.
here
you know,
together.
generally speaking, you guys end up being on that because I'm
Okay.
usually the one that makes a motion and I just
Right, okay,
give it to you guys.
okay.
And hopefully
And you
we'll
guys have
never
been doing
use.
such a good
hopefully we'll
job.
never
Yeah,
Yeah,
use
good.
it.
we
Experienced
have
at it.
been. Do we get extra money for that?
No.
Okay. I made the motion, did I hear a second?
I'll second.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm on break.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Designated Employer Representative, which is currently Patrick Kavanaugh. That's the motion.
I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Designated Employer Representative Alternate, which is currently Nancy Dolans. That's the motion.
That's gonna be Nancy Dolezal, but I will second that.
What did I say?
Dolans, because there is a Nancy Dolans that I know, she was up on music.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Public Records Commission, that the chairman of the Board of Trustees and the fiscal officer of the township shall form a Township Records Commission and shall meet at least once every 12 months.
I will second that.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay, now this is something new that we're adding. Record Retention Administrator, which is currently the administrative assistant. And she shall fulfill the duties of the Records Retention Administrator and is the appointed designee to receive certified public records training on the elected officials' behalf per the Ohio Revised Code 109.43 A and 1, Ohio Revised Code 149.43 A and 12, and Ohio Revised Code 149.01 and it'd be 1A.
I will second that.
And that's Nancy.
Yes.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Township Highway Superintendent, that the Township Highway Superintendent attend the first meeting of each month and present a report.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Zoning Inspector, that the zoning inspector attend the first meeting each month and present a report.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike.
I just wanted to just quickly point out that Frank was scheduled to be here tonight, he's under the weather, so that's why we didn't have a zoning report tonight.
Auburn Volunteer Fire Department Representative, that the fire prevention officer or his designated representative attend the second meeting each month and present a report.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
BJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Cemetery sexton, that the cemetery sexton shall submit a monthly report to the Board of Trustees and attend meetings as requested by the board.
Second,
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Board of Zoning Appeals, that the Board of Zoning Appeals schedule a minimum of 6 meetings per year that may coincide with an appeal meeting or be held on an organizational nature at the chairman's discretion.
Second,
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll read, referring to the zoning commission, currently, we are requiring them to hold 12 meetings per year with a maximum of 24. There's some request from the secretary that perhaps we might want to change that to 10 meetings minimum per year.
I have no problem with that. Keep that at the minimum, so we can keep the.
All right, so we'll keep 24 at the maximum, which
Yeah.
we haven't done that for a while. There's been a while since there
It
was
was
an
a
issue.
pretty
that
solid
required that.
window.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion that the zoning commission holds a minimum of 10 meetings per year and a maximum of 24. Additional meetings to be approved by this board of trustees, dates and times to be set by the commission chairman.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay, here's a report of the attendance of members of both the zoning commission and the board of zoning appeals will be presented to the board of trustees. Secretary of each board will provide the report to the trustees at the end of June for the previous 6-month period and the end of December for that 6-month period. Compensation will then be made to members. There's a motion.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Township expense authorization allows each trustee to authorize an expenditure of up to, currently it's at $10,000 in legitimate township expenses. We have always, these type of things, we've always brought them to the board as soon as we had our next regular meeting and confirmed them.
Yeah, this is mostly for emergency
A
things.
truck
along the way.
breakdown, a furnace blow up, things like that.
So-
10,000's good, I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Mileage reimbursement. Reimburse mileage at the current IRS standard deduction rate, and that's per the IRS website, adjusted January 1st and then readjusted July 1st every year. I don't know what that is currently, but we follow that IRS website, so.
Yeah, I think it's 67 cents, right, or was.
And we'll keep the language the same because we can always refer to it.
Right.
That's always in flux, so.
So there's a
Second.
motion.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Encumber funds for the Ohio Township Association Convention in Columbus and pay all necessary convention expenses. There's a motion.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Sundry items to allow the purchase of such to benefit employees and others for such things as coffee and supplies, paper products, greeting cards, etc.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Copies of township documents requested from and supplied to the general public will be charged at a rate of currently 10 cents a page. I think the legislature just passed something that addresses that. I know they did for videos, I don't know if it goes to copies. I know we're not allowed to make any money, I know that, so.
Yeah. So I'll second that for 10 cents.
Make it 10 cents then, okay.
Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Most of the time, the stuff gets emailed, scanned and emailed.
They just signed something from them at the State House just recently
Yeah.
that addressed that. I don't know
That's
how
almost
it
going to
works.
become obsolete.
Okay, as far as credit cards, no personal items shall be purchased using a township charge card or account, and only authorized personnel shall charge items on township accounts.
Second. Gene,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Finish up, Chairman.
Bank depositories, currently Middlefield Banking Company, to designate as depositories of public monies the following Middlefield Banking Company, First National Bank and Star Plus.
There is no more First National.
Well, cross out First National. I guess it'd just be Middlefield Banking and Star Plus. We still have Star Plus, right?
Yes.
That's the motion.
I'll second it.
Gene,
Yes.
EJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tax advance, to request a tax advance at the maximum available from the general fund, road and bridge fund, and fire department fund from the Geauga County auditor.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
EJ,
Yes.
Direct deposit and electronic
Yes.
transfers. You all right?
yeah.
To authorize the payment of lawful obligations of the township by direct deposit of funds by electronic transfer in accordance with section 9.37 of the Ohio Revised Code.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
EJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Reallocation of appropriations within a fund. To authorize the fiscal officer to move, reallocate appropriations from one appropriation program and/or object code within a fund to another appropriation program and/or object code within the same fund to meet actual expenditure needs during the fiscal year that differ from those anticipated in the original appropriation resolution.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Gene,
Yes.
EJ,
Yes.
Unused equipment. That equipment deemed no longer useful to the township by motion of the Board of Trustees at a regular meeting will be listed on the township website and posted for auction to the highest bidder on govdeals.com.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
EJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Health District Representative, currently the chairman and the vice chairman, to appoint as vice chairman representatives for the Auburn Township Trustees for the County Health District for a one-year term. So that would be myself and PJ.
Yeah, I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
EJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Compliance, to remain in compliance with electronic meeting requirements.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Gene,
Yes.
EJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
And before we make the last one, is there any public comment on what we've just done this evening? Anybody?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I had a question about the attendance report for the Board of Zoning Appeals and Zoning Commission. Is that a new policy enacted in this meeting? Okay.
No, that's been going on since, we've been compensating our members here as long as I can remember. We made $20 a meeting when I was on commission years ago, so, and before that, and that's how the pay is set. Secretary would report to the trustees and write the check.
Okay, thank you. Would those attendance reports be in the BZA meeting minutes, or the zoning commission minutes, or the Board of Trustees minutes?
They would be in the ZBA or the zoning board minutes because they take attendance right off the bat, don't they?
Yes.
Okay. And then I had another question about the, so the cell phone stipend. You know, it would seem that, pretty clear that folks like Chief Phillips, Mike Fenstermaker, you know, and several other employees of the township need to be accessible by cell phone when they're not at their location of reporting. Has it been determined that every employee that gets a cell phone stipend needs to be accessible by cell phone when they're not in the office, or you know, is that in use for every employee which gets the stipend or not?
It's in heavy use with the road department employees.
Sure.
We don't do the radio things that everybody used to do 30 years ago because this is so much simpler. So, as far as the office and the chief, I'm gonna let him address that a little bit. If you
Well, I
want.
deal with calls 24/7. so I'm pretty busy usually.
As I would expect, I guess I'm getting more at administrative employees. Are they expected to be accessible?
Yes.
By cell phone?
Yes, especially when the phone lines are down here, which that happens more frequently than you'd want to admit. They're on the road, they travel, they're, with Nancy numerous times out to Chardon. Jane will travel out to sites, so, yeah, we want to be able to get a hold of everybody and have them be able to at any time get a hold of us.
I can tell you, when we work with the road department, we don't work with just Mike, we usually work with this guys. So a lot of times we're talking back and forth during a storm, and we're dealing with trees down and stuff like that. So he may be the one in the township, and we got his other guys in the other end, we need to be able to talk to them.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that makes sense. I only ask at my job I get $25 a month. It's not enough to pay for my entire cell phone bill, but most, single line cell phones don't cost much more than $50. So I wonder if the township, especially if in some cases for some employees, if it's very seldomly used, does the township need to be paying for the entirety of that cell phone bill? Just a point for consideration.
No. I'd say no, then we can have copious records of how many minutes they spend talking on their phone, and we can amortize that into the cost, and then we can say, hey, you know what, you can get Cricket for $35 for the whole phone if you only, arbitrary number. You picked out $50, that's what we use. Some people pay more than that. Me personally, I'm a cheapskate, my wife's phone, I paid her $35 to Cricket. My kids are all paying $150 a month, so just to kind of pick a happy medium, that's the number we picked.
Thank you.
Diane?
Yeah, just want to verify that the meeting next Monday, on the 13th, still starts at 7 PM,
Yes.
as does the regular trustee meeting on the 20th.
From here on
That will
out, the
be at
trustees
7
meetings will
PM.
start at 7 instead of
Okay,
7:30.
Okay, essentially, they'll all be at 7.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be at 7 from now on.
Okay,
And
We-
we've already
we designated-
established that the meeting next week was already gonna be at 7 o'clock.
yeah.
So-
Okay,
That's
but
three
that's all
that's
will
three
be,
different
it's
meetings.
just
Right.
three hearings.
Yeah.
For the.
The one next week is 3 separate meetings, and that's why we,
Cool, okay, thank you.
anyone else? Yes?
Just a question for Mike. Knowing from these meetings where we've had an interest in developing the corner, the ODOT is meeting on Thursday at our Adam Hall. Do we have any representation there to find out what their plans are for Rapids Road intersection, so that if this development happens at the corner, that's gonna be impactful?
I didn't even know they were meeting.
It's Thursday, I think.
Yes,
Thursday.
Thursday.
They're gonna do turn lanes at Rapids
I
Road.
had read that, and
They need to do something out that way.
I mean, I'm impressed that ODOT's asking for citizen input.
They do, I think this is part of, every time they do a project like this, when they did the bridge by Riverside, they had a public meeting then, prior as well. So, yeah, I'm intended on going, it's obviously in Troy Township. But yeah, if they could move traffic out of Auburn faster, it would benefit us, wouldn't it? So, it's pretty crazy on a Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock there.
it gets crazy every day from 2:30 to 5. I know I have bees on Rapids Road.
Yeah, I'm intended to go there, but it's in Troy Township, there's no Auburn properties gonna have to be. I don't know if they gotta obtain right of way out there or not, I don't know that.
That's right by that, what's that house there, right?
There's several home close houses.
That big home is some kind of-
The old Pope home is
The
there.
Pope home, right, is right there.
And that's a historical.
It is, yeah.
And they're gonna probably need 100-foot right of way.
And there's another house
I
right
gotta
on the
think
other
They gotta buy
corner.
right of way.
And they may have to move that.
Wow.
Maybe they should have went with the original plans, remember, PJ, how it was supposed to go 20, 30, 40, 50 years
The
ago?
fire department goes there quite a bit with mutual aid with
So
Troy.
you could just
Yeah.
walk
So it'd be
in.
nice to see him do something,
I believe so.
Should cut down on accidents.
hopefully.
I'm always taking a left on Rapids anyway, because they got bees right up the street. You wait there forever.
Yeah, I avoided certain times of the day.
Yep.
Well, people get in a rush then because they're waiting so long, and then that's when the accidents occur.
Yep. Anyone else?
I have two more things that were
Had
not,
your chance.
they weren't on the agenda and they came in late.
Go ahead.
One is, it's that time of year again where we gotta request the tax advance from the county auditor. So Resolution 2025-01, authorizing fiscal officer to request the tax advance for fiscal year 2025. Board of Trustees, Auburn Township, and regular session on January 6, 2025. Present, all three trustees. Be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, that it must request its fiscal year 2025 tax advances and that such advance is required to maintain township operations. Therefore, the board authorizes the fiscal officer to make a written request to the Geauga County Auditor for said tax advance pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 321.34. Whereas, to the Auditor of Geauga County, Ohio, Auburn Township, the 6th day of January 2025. You are hereby requested to issue your warrant upon the County Treasurer of Geauga County, Ohio, in favor of Daniel J. Matsko as fiscal officer of Auburn Township in said county for the maximum amount of funds available in the fire, debt retirement, and general funds on January 27, 2025 and February 24, 2025. I noticed that Road and Bridge is absent from that. The County Auditor's Office requested that I don't include Road and Bridge in the first half tax advance. But then so then it continues, and fire, road and bridge, debt retirement, and general funds on June 30th, 2025, and July 14th, 2025, of the collection of taxes assessed and collected for and on behalf of said Auburn Township, which shall be held and treated as an advance payment on the collection of taxes due said Auburn Township at the ensuing settlement 2025 as provided by law. So I need a motion and a second. There's no question.
So moved.
Second.
Gene,
Yes.
EJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
And finally, we have some discussion today came up about our waste management bill for two 4-yard dumpsters. We're paying about $370 a month. And we got a verbal quote from Dumpster Bandit. What was it?
That was 210.
210, yeah. I think 105 a piece or something like that. So we could save considerably, but Nancy looked into the waste management contract. And I guess, I don't know, you need like 90 days, so.
Oh, man, you gotta like, you have to like, you get a 3-year contract and you have to come in like 2.5 years before them to cancel it 3 years in advance. I've battled with those people before.
So she drafted this letter, okay, dear sir and or madam, this correspondence is to confirm Auburn Township Board of Trustees will not be renewing the above listed service contracts for Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio. The current contract expires on March 16, 2025. As per your terms and conditions, this cancellation is being sent via certified mail and is at least 90 days before the contract expiration date. Our understanding, service will be discontinued on March 16, 2025, and all dumpsters removed from the properties. Please contact this office if you have any questions, or if we can cancel the service earlier without penalty. Kind regards, Auburn Board of Trustees. What say you? Are you interested in doing that, or should we
Dumpster
pursue
Bandit,
it?
it's been a great company to work with, I deal with them.
I
No
know.
contract with them, straight out, you pay for what you get.
A lot of people do.
Yeah,
I know they're privately held.
anything we do with waste management is a contract-related issue. Dumpster Bandit doesn't require a contract. Do a down payment and that's it.
They've done a great job at the fair.
They're doing the fair too.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, do it.
Want the motion to cancel the current contract and then go with Dumpster Bandit as of March 16th.
I'll second.
Gene,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
You're the one that comes
I knew that's where that was going. Anybody else? Come on, I told my wife this is the longest meeting of the year, I probably won't be home till 10 o'clock, so come on, something. Nobody cares about the football game tonight, so,
There's, what game?
isn't there a game on Monday? I don't know.
You just proved his point.
There you go.
No, I think
I'm still, for when do the Browns play again?
They're done. They're done.
No.
All right, let's go eat dinner.
Ohio State's on Friday.
You kind of going out early now? Or no?
I hate to be this way, but every time I've watched Ohio State the last two games, I wanna know who's calling the plays in the Michigan game.
That's,
Huh? I can't help it.
sister and my nephew, I think you were texting. That happened.
Okay, everybody, Happy New Year. I think this is gonna be a good year for us.
Do we have a
I mean,
motion
we've
to
had a
adjourn?
lot of problems. Huh?
Do we
I'll
have
make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Gene,
Yes,
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
this is gonna be